How many people actually retire with $1 million saved? We hear this number everywhere, but for most, it feels out of reach. The idea of $1 million retirement is less about luxury and more about security and peace of mind. Yet, the reality is that most people are chasing a goal that doesn't reflect their actual experience or needs. By understanding what this number really means, we can set more realistic expectations and build a financial plan that works for us, not just for the headlines. When we talk about $1 million retirement, we're not talking about your house or your car. The real focus is on investable assets, money in your 401k, IRA, or brokerage accounts that can actually pay your bills. Your home may be valuable, but it doesn't generate income for groceries or healthcare. The key is liquidity. Investable assets can be turned into cash to fund your retirement. So, when you hear $1 million retirement, picture a portfolio, not a property. It's about building an income stream that lasts, not just accumulating things. This distinction is the foundation of a sound retirement plan. Here's the truth. When it comes to retirement savings, the numbers might surprise you. Despite what you might hear in the news or see on social media, only about 3% of retired American households have $1 million or more in investable assets. That means the vast majority of retirees are living with much less than the so-called magic number that's often touted as the gold standard for a comfortable retirement. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind when you hear stories of $1 million nest eggs. But the reality is that most people are in the same boat, navigating retirement with far less. In fact, the median retirement savings for all families in America is just $87,000. That's not a typo. $87,000 is the middle point, meaning half of families have even less saved for retirement. This number can be a wake-up call, especially when you consider the rising costs of healthcare, housing, and everyday expenses. For many, this amount might not even cover a few years of basic living expenses, let alone the dream of traveling or pursuing hobbies in retirement. It's a stark reminder that the financial reality for most retirees is very different from the glossy images we often see. For those who are nearing retirement age, people in their late 50s and early 60s, the numbers are a bit higher, but still far from the $1 million mark. The median savings for this group is around $185,000. While that's an improvement, it's still a fraction of what many financial experts recommend. The gap between what people have saved and what they might actually need can feel overwhelming, especially as retirement approaches and there's less time to catch up. Because of these savings shortfalls, most people will need to make significant adjustments to their lifestyle in retirement. Many will rely heavily on Social Security benefits to cover their basic needs. But it's important to remember that Social Security was never designed to be the only source of income in retirement. It was meant to supplement personal savings and pensions. For millions of Americans, though, it has become the primary and sometimes only source of income. This can mean making tough choices about housing, healthcare, and daily expenses. If you're feeling anxious or discouraged about your own savings, you're not alone. The idea that you're failing if you haven't saved $1 million is simply false. Retirement looks different for everyone, and there's no one-size-fits-all number that guarantees happiness or security. Many people find fulfillment and joy in retirement by focusing on relationships, hobbies, and experiences that don't require a huge bank account. It's important to challenge the myths and unrealistic expectations that can make us feel inadequate. Building a nest egg is hard work, especially with the pressures of everyday life, unexpected expenses, and economic uncertainty. The goal shouldn't be perfection or chasing an arbitrary number. It should be about making steady progress no matter how small. Every dollar saved is a step toward greater security and peace of mind. Remember, it's never too late to start, and small changes can add up over time. Instead of focusing on what you haven't done, focus on practical steps you can take today to improve your situation. Set realistic goals, track your progress, and celebrate small victories along the way. Whether you're just starting to save or looking for ways to stretch your resources in retirement, remember that every effort counts. Your journey is unique, and it's never too late to make positive changes for your future. Saving for retirement is harder than ever, thanks to rising living costs and unpredictable healthcare expenses. Essentials like housing, food, and medical care have outpaced wage growth for decades. Many people find there's little left to save after covering basic expenses. This isn't a lack of discipline, it's a tough reality. Even if you do everything right, inflation and costs keep moving the goalposts. That's why learning to grow your money faster than these costs is crucial for financial survival. When you hear about saving $1 million for retirement, it can sound like an impossible mountain to climb, but what does that $1 million actually mean for your day-to-day life once you retire? It's not just a number to chase, it's a tool, a foundation for your future. Let's break down how that nest egg can quietly and powerfully support you for decades. The 4% rule is a simple, research-backed guideline that says you can safely withdraw 4% of your retirement savings each year, adjusting for inflation without running out of money over a typical 30-year retirement. For a $1 million portfolio, that means you could withdraw $40,000 a year. This approach is designed to balance your need for steady income with the need to preserve your savings, even as markets rise and fall. But that's just the beginning. Most retirees also receive Social Security benefits. For many, that's about $22,800 per person per year, though the exact amount depends on your work history and when you start claiming. For a retired couple, combining the 4% rule with Social Security could mean a total income of $80,000 or more each year. That's a powerful combination. Steady withdrawals from your savings, plus a reliable government benefit. This isn't about being rich or living extravagantly. It's about creating a steady, sustainable income stream that covers your needs and lets you enjoy your retirement years with confidence. The 4% rule helps transform your life savings into a monthly paycheck, so you can focus on what matters most, spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, and living life on your terms. Think of the 4% rule as a way to turn a lump sum into a predictable, reliable paycheck. Instead of worrying about whether your money will last, you have a clear, evidence-based plan for drawing down your savings. This approach helps you avoid the fear of running out of money, even if the markets get rocky or unexpected expenses pop up. The beauty of the 4% rule is its simplicity. It's not about chasing the highest returns or timing the market. It's about using decades of financial research to create a plan that works in good times and bad. By following this rule, you're building a retirement plan that's grounded in evidence and designed for real life. Ultimately, the real goal isn't just to accumulate a big number in your account, it's to create a self-sustaining financial engine, one that reliably turns your hard-earned savings into the income you need year after year. That's the quiet power of the 4% rule. It gives you the freedom to enjoy your retirement, knowing your finances are working for you. In the end, the 4% rule is more than just a formula. It's the bridge that connects your years of saving and planning to a secure, comfortable retirement. It's a simple idea, but it can make all the difference in turning your dreams into reality. Compounding is the real secret to building wealth, but it starts slow. At first, it can feel almost invisible, like nothing is really happening. You put your money to work, you make regular contributions, and yet the numbers barely seem to budge. It's easy to get discouraged in these early stages, wondering if all the effort is worth it. But this is exactly how compounding works. It's a process that rewards patience, not instant gratification. In the early years, your savings do most of the work. Growth feels sluggish. The interest you earn is small, and the increases in your account balance are barely noticeable. It's like planting a seed and waiting for it to sprout. There's a lot happening beneath the surface, but you can't see the results right away. Many people give up at this stage, thinking their money isn't growing fast enough. But the real magic is just beginning. But stick with it. Over time, your money starts earning its own returns, and growth accelerates. The interest you earn begins to generate its own interest, and suddenly, the curve starts to bend upward. This is when compounding shifts from slow and steady to surprisingly powerful. The longer you stay invested, the more dramatic the results become. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow and speed as it goes. For example, investing $10,000 a year at 8% grows slowly at first, but after 20 years, your portfolio can explode in value. In the first decade, you might wonder if you're making progress at all, but by year 20, the growth becomes undeniable. The money you've invested starts to multiply at a much faster rate, and the gains from compounding begin to outpace your annual contributions. This is the tipping point where patience pays off. The journey from $0 to $250,000 takes years, but the leap from $750,000 to $1 million can happen much faster. That's because each new dollar earned is working alongside all the dollars that came before it, creating a compounding effect that accelerates over time. What once took years to achieve can now happen in just a fraction of the time. This is the sudden part of compounding. the moment when your wealth seems to skyrocket almost overnight. Compounding rewards patience and consistency. The key is to keep making regular contributions, even when progress feels slow. Over time, these small, steady actions add up to something extraordinary. It's not about timing the market or chasing quick wins. It's about trusting the process and letting time do the heavy lifting. The biggest gains come after years of steady effort. Just like a tree that grows taller and stronger with each passing season, your investments need time to reach their full potential. The early years may feel slow, but they lay the foundation for exponential growth in the future. Trust the process, even when it feels slow. Compounding is a marathon, not a sprint. With patience, discipline, and time, you'll witness the slow, then sudden magic of your money working for you, turning small, consistent steps into life-changing results. The path to $1 million is built on habits, not luck or risky bets. Paying yourself first, automatically saving before spending, is the foundation. Automation removes willpower from the equation and makes saving effortless. Patience is another superpower, letting your investments grow without constant tinkering. Ignore market noise and stick to your plan. Lifelong learning matters, but focus on timeless principles, not trends. Wealth is built by repeating simple, smart actions over time. The real goal isn't just a number, it's freedom. Financial independence means control over your time and choices, not just a big bank account. It's the ability to weather life's storms without panic. Money is a tool for peace of mind, not just for buying things. True wealth is about options, security, and autonomy. As you save, remember you're building a life, not just a balance sheet. The ultimate return is a future where your time is truly your own. Retiring with $1 million isn't about luck or heroics, it's about small, consistent choices. Compounding works on money, habits and relationships, saving a little each month, reading a few pages a day, showing up for loved ones. All these actions add up. The world sells shortcuts, but real wealth is built quietly, over time. Automate your savings, be patient, and trust the process. The seeds you plant today will grow into the security you enjoy tomorrow. Forget the myth of overnight success. Embrace the power of compounding. That's the real magic behind a secure, fulfilling retirement.